Yo, what's up everybody? Angelus here, and I'm here with Classical Cross, the best lawbringer in this game, doing a deadlift like a pro. So this is high-level mix-ups and combinations with Warmonger. So I have 70 reps on this character. There it goes right there. Alright. So as you see, I'm rep 70 with Warmonger. Had a lot of game time with Warmonger, and I'm going to show you everything I know with this character. This is a like masterclass series video. You're going to get everything in this one video. It's a two-part video. So part one is going to be all your basic moveset and the names of everything and how much damage they do. And that's going to be part one. If you want to see part two, you can go to the description, see what time that starts, and you can go immediately to part two, which is the advanced combos and mix-ups. But yeah, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more Warmonger gameplay and Warmonger tutorials, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel, have your bell notifications turned on, so you don't miss any of those. And we are starting the #1 series after this video. We'll be starting the #1 series. So make sure you are subscribed and have your bell notifications turned on for that. But anyway, like goal for this is 200 likes. Let's shoot for that. And yeah, part one. Alright, so the first attack you can do, for first combination you can do with Warmonger as a beginner with the moveset is Vanguard's Bane. It is your light attack twice and then your heavy attack. So for Xbox, RB, RB, RT. Now, any light attack you throw cannot be stopped based off a block. So if I throw a light attack in the same direction Classical has his guard, I can continue my attacks and they still go through. It does not stop my chain, does not stop combination. Combination still goes through. So we have Vanguard's Bane, light, light, heavy. Okay. Then we have Tyrant's Assault, which is a light-heavy combo, which any heavy finisher, if you see the character highlight white, this means is a uninterruptible attack. So if at distance, Classical throws an attack at the same time my heavy's coming out, my attack still goes through and still does damage. It's not stopped because he beat me on the attack. Once you see the white coming through, the attack's still going to land. It cannot be uninterrupted. Cannot be interrupted. The only time it can be interrupted is if it is a bash. So whenever you have your second heavy coming in, a bash will interrupt it if the bash lands first. After that, we have Warmonger's Wrath, which is a 2-heavy combination. You have the first heavy, which does not have that uninterruptible property, so it's just a base heavy. So if he were to throw attack before my attack comes out, he would knock me out of this, and I'm not allowed to land my heavy. But it's the second attack, as I said, any heavy finisher, where you get this glowy white that comes on your character, which makes that last attack uninterruptible. So it can be in any direction. You go 2 top heavies if you want to. Still has that property, even on block. Still gives you that attack. Okay. Now, the next attacks in the moveset are Warmonger's Bane. It is heavy, light, heavy. So you can do top heavy, side light, and then heavy finisher. Okay, this can be in any direction. Heavy, not that, okay. You go heavy, light, and then that uninterruptible heavy. You can do it on all the same side, mix it up if you wanted to. Heavy, light, heavy. Yeah, that's Warmonger's Bane. Heavy, light, heavy. Okay. Alright, then we have On the Prowl, which is Warmonger's running attack. So if you start running and then you throw a heavy attack, as you're going, always comes to the same side, you get On the Prowl. But a lot of times when you're going online and facing people and you're Warmonger running up to people, a lot of people know to parry to that side because that's the most common attack thrown by a Warmonger. This one. So a lot of times this is what you will see happen when you run up on somebody. Classical parry it. This will happen quite a bit. So you do have this move, but it does get parried quite a bit because that is the most common attack thrown by Warmongers. Okay. Next on the set list is Beast of Prey, which is your side dashing unblockables. Okay, to either right or left, you can dash and hit your heavy attack. It is unblockable, which means Classical cannot block it. He has to parry it to evade it, or dash. He can either dash it, or he can parry. You have to backdash. Okay. Alright, next up on the set list is Prey Upon, which is your dash forward heavy. It has tracking ability. So if Classical were to dash to, say, his right, so if you dash, it will track every time. If he does an unlock roll away, go ahead. Go ahead and do it early. It tracks it. So as you're doing mix-ups, just know that that has undodgeable properties and track it. So whereas, you know, any finisher has uninterruptible, this one has undodgeable. Then we have Praying Claw, which is your bash, which is the either holding or just the quick tap of your guard break button. This is your Praying Claw. This can lead to either a confirmed light attack with a fast, you know, with the fast bash, or you can hold it for a confirmed heavy. But also on the God, I cannot speak. But also on the confirmed one, you do not get that confirmed light. It does not work. Yeah, you don't get a confirmed light on the charge punch. They can block it. So just know that if you go for the charge punch, you have to either go for the mix-up of it or you go for your guaranteed heavy. And with the fast punch, you only get the confirmed light, but you can throw out the heavy as a mix-up potential, which the Praying Claw and Slash is your punch plus the heavy. This is Praying Claw and Stab for the light attack. Anything with Praying Claw and the light attack is the stab. Anything with the Praying Claw and the heavy is the slash. Okay. Now for the final move in this character's kit, besides the zone attack, which is RT and RB, or your heavy and light attack, which also has a chain starter because you can go straight into a light attack. So you can go zone, light attack, and then because it's a light attack, you can go into the punch. You can start a combination from there. But anyway, the last move in the kit is the Vicious Impale. So Classical throw a top heavy. After parry, hit X, and you get this Vicious Impale. The Vicious Impale will lead to this attack that takes your opponent to the wall, and if you bitch slap them, you do bleed damage, because your character has little sharp talon things on the end of your gloves. So you get the bitch slap. It does a good amount of damage. I think it does like 20 damage over time from the bleed by itself from the slap. So it's a pretty good move. But that is the basic move set of the Warmonger. Alright. Okay, now on to advanced combinations and mix-ups. So, alright, so we'll start off with light starters. Anything with a light starter, this is the combinations I use more common than not. So, basic light, light, punch, light. So you go light attack, punch, and get a confirmed light. You can do this in any direction. You can go light, light, punch, light. You saw how he blocked, and it still continues the chain because attacks are not stopped via block. So you have that combination, light, light, punch, light. Alright, so then we got light, light, punch, heavy. So you can do this in any direction as well. Like light, punch, heavy, and then that final heavy has the uninterruptible property. Okay, next up is light, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. So light, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. I like to throw it from the top and my right side. That's like my most common one. So you go light, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. And this catches quite a few people. If you've seen from my my dueling videos, from my journey from like level 1 to rep 70 for the duels, I hit this quite a bit. This is a high level combination that lands quite a bit. This combination does land because people will try to guard break you as you throw your heavy feint. So light, light, punch, and right there in this window, that's when they guard break. So go ahead and throw the guard break in that window, Classical.
Okay.
And they will bounce off every time because they think you're going to feint it to a guard break. As soon as they see this, they're immediately thinking it's going to be a guard break. So, feint your top heavy to your side heavy. Alright, next up is a combination that lands on some people. This combination is useful to have in your kit, but if a person falls for the guard break bait, you will be guard broken out of this move. If they try to wait for a period to try to parry you, this is when that comes into play. So we go light, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. So if you do that first combination before this move, where we just did the heavy, feint, heavy, and they try to time your parry, this is when that would come into play. But if someone just tries to guard break you, like guard break me somewhere in the middle of that classical. I want them to see. As you can see, you get guard broken right out of the move, and you'll be attacked. Next up is a move I use quite a bit, especially if I have revenge. We'll go light, light, punch, heavy, feint, zone attack. Now this I use quite a bit. This is in my main move set. I use this almost every duel. It's high percentage. Okay, and from your light, light, punch, zone. That's not a fucking zone. Light, light, punch, heavy, feint, zone attack, light, and you go into different combinations from there. But you got to watch your stamina. I would recommend just doing the light to the guaranteed bash to that light. Here, so this is what I'm talking about. Light, light, punch, heavy, feint, zone, light, punch, and stop. You can get your stamina back, or you can just stop there at that light. So after you throw the zone, you can just light and then stop. Get your stamina back. Okay. Now the last for the light attack sequence for the light attack starters will be your dashing attacks. So you can go light, light, punch, heavy, feint, dashing attack. This can be in any of the directions. I use the dash forward heavy more than I use the side dash heavies, because these can be guard broken quite easily versus the dash forward heavy. They will bounce off. So you go light, light, punch, dash forward right into the dash forward attack. Especially if they try unlock rolling away. It's really good because it has the undodgeable properties. And you can continue a chain from here with your confirmed attacks. You just gotta watch your stamina. Then go light, light, punch, heavy, feint, dash forward heavy, side light, bash to confirm light, and you still have enough stamina to get away and gain it back and start another chain sequence. Now on the going back to the side attacks, light, light, punch, heavy, feint, you can go to unblockable and continue another chain, and you still have enough stamina to regain and come back. So light, light, punch, heavy, feint, side dash, unblockable. You need to let it rip to another side light, to another combination, or you can feint it to an opposite side light to continue a chain. So we'll show a sequence real quick and move on to the heavy starters. Okay, for the heavy starters, we have heavy into light attacks. So you have your heavy into heavy, which ends the chain there. So we're not going to focus on the heavy into heavy. We're going to focus on to heavy into light attack. So we'll start off with heavy light attack punch. Okay, you go heavy light attack punch, confirm light. Okay, then you can go heavy light attack punch, heavy. Alright, we have heavy, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. Just like you saw before. They will guard break in that window. Same with the light attack sequence, this works with the heavy. Heavy, light, punch, heavy, feint, heavy. And you still have quite a bit of stamina to continue from there. This character has really good stamina management, so a lot of combinations can flow in 1v1s. And also in anti-ganks. Okay, then we have heavy attack, light attack, punch, heavy, feint, light, punch, and go into attacks from there. Next we have heavy, light, punch, heavy, feint, zone attack, light, continue your chain. As I said, watch stamina management, and you continue chains based off that. So, heavy, light, punch, zone attack, light, and then watch stamina. Okay, and then back to the dashing attacks. So, start with a heavy, light, punch, heavy feint, dashing heavy, side light, punch, light, and still have enough stamina. Heavy, light, bash, to the side, side light, punch, confirmed, and still have enough stamina. So all these combinations you can throw from the light and heavy starters. Okay, now getting into my baby, the zone attack, which can be used as an option select, and for those of you that do not know what an option select is, I will show you this right now. An option select is you throwing a zone attack in the same direction in the same time. Alright, so an option select is you throwing a zone attack in the same direction and the same time you would parry an attack. Now, if Classical throws a heavy, and I go to throw a zone attack at the same time I would parry, and he actually lets the heavy go, I will parry his attack. Confirmed. Now, if he cancels his attack, my zone will come out instantly and hit him. Now, this can be countered by somebody who knows your option selecting. So when you throw out an option select and they know that's what you're going to do, they'll heavy feint right into the parry because they know that's what's going to happen. So in an instance, we'll show you what an option select is, and then we'll show you how Classical will counter the option select. So throw a top heavy. Okay, that's an option select. That's a zone attack. Now I want you to randomly throw a heavy, but I want you to cancel it whenever you feel like it. Dang, you going for all the feints. But as you see, the zone attack will parry it. Now, since Classical knows that I'm going to be an option select spammer, he will throw a heavy feint right into a side heavy on his right side, because he knows that's the direction the zone attack always comes out. So he'll throw top heavy feint to a side heavy to counter that. So go ahead for it. He gets the parry, and then he gets damage on me. So you can counter option selects. I'd say some option selects are really good and cannot be countered, like Gladiators and Blackbriars. But with this character, her option select can be countered. So with this, getting into the zone attacks, which is awesome because you can either start out with your zone to start attacks, or you can go based off this option select, immediately go into a zone after the parry. So we'll just say all these attacks are just base, but after parry, I typically go right into zone attack. So if he throws a heavy, go ahead and throw a heavy. I'll parry this and go right into the zone. Okay, so for zone attack starters, we have... Alright, so for our first attack, we have zone attack into a light. Okay, now that light is a finisher, so you cannot continue a chain from there. Alright, so from here, you can do zone, light, punch, light. You can go right into your punch mix-ups again from the zone. Zone attack, light, punch, heavy feint, heavy. It goes back with those same sequences again with the heavy feint, heavy. So go zone, light, punch, heavy feint, heavy. Okay. And we go back into our zone attack, light, punch, confirm light. Okay. Now we go into zone, light, punch, heavy feint, dashing attacks. Same with all the sequences before of doing either the side or the top. Zone, light, punch, heavy feint, dashing attack, and going into combinations from there, and you can see stamina is still not drained, and you can continue from there. Alright, now another one is zone attack, light, punch, heavy feint, light, light, and going into another chain starter. That is another one that's really good to use. Okay, now another one is zone attack, light, punch, light, punch, light, and as you see, stamina's still there, so you can get that last light attack in without going out of stamina. But if you are parried in any of these, kiss your stamina goodbye. Okay. Now another one I like to use is zone attack, light, dash forward into another attack. Okay, so this implements your dashing bashes. Zone, light, bash, right into another bash for the light. It's just a different mix-up, different combinations you can throw. Different things to mix your opponent up with. Okay, let's see. Alright, now we're getting into the zone heavy combinations. So zone, and then the heavy. Zone and heavy equals a finisher, which means that that combination will end there. So zone attack, heavy is the end of the chain because that is the finishing move, which has the uninterruptible properties. But you can go from here with zone attack, heavy feint, light, punch, light. So you have your heavy mix-ups from the zone attack. Zone attack, heavy, light, light, punch, light. Zone attack, heavy feint, bash, heavy feint, heavy. Zone attack, heavy feint, dash forward heavy, side heavy. People try to dash that last heavy, it will track them. Okay, probably the last combination for zone attack will be zone attack, dash into light, light, punch, light, or punch, and then finishing the chain from there, just watching your stamina. If you have revenge with these, your stamina never runs out, or if you kill the guardian, your stamina will never run out and you can constantly flow with chains. Like if I were to take my stamina off right now, I could go zone, punch, light, heavy feint, heavy, light, punch, heavy feint, zone, light, punch, dash forward to heavy, light, punch, light, and the chain from there, delayed heavy because of the CCU update, and go. So as you can see with unlimited stamina based off revenge or killing the guardian, you have many endless streams of just straight up uninterrupted attacks that can constantly flow. Okay, now into dashing attacks. Alright, dashing attacks are also another good starter. So as you're at range with Warmonger, oh, you don't want to be up on me. So as you are at range with Warmonger, you can start any dashing attack forward, preferably, because I don't think you're going to be doing anything over here with a side dashing attack. Ooh, get good. But you can use a dash forward heavy feint into side lights. You can do this in any direction. You can even do it up top. But a lot of people will know you're going to do this to a light attack. On this specific side, they tend to throw it on that side, the same side the zone would be on. Which is also a good mix-up. Do dash forward heavy, zone, punch, light, go into your different mix-ups from there. From your dash forward heavy, you can do another dash forward heavy. From your dash forward heavy, you can go straight into a guard break to catch people's parry attempt. From a dash forward heavy, you can go straight into these heavy feint mix-ups. Go right into a bash, confirmed bash. Go right into a charge bash for the confirmed heavy. You know, if he tries to dash my charge, say he tries to dash my charge punch. So go ahead and charge my... A lot of people guard break after this. After they dash the charge punch, they think it's going to be feinted into a guard break. So a lot of people will try guard breaking, and that's when you get a free heavy. As you can see, that will land if they try to guard break it. But yeah, as you can see, Classical can counter that. I was going to counter your bash with my actual punch. Alright, another dashing attack you can do is a dash forward heavy feint, light, light, punch, heavy feint, top heavy. Alright, and as I said before with the dash forward heavy feint, zone attack, light, punch, you go into these mix-ups with the zone attack. So everything you learned from the zone attack mix-ups, you implement it with a dash forward heavy. Dash forward heavy, zone attack, and then entering these combinations. Okay, and then with the side dashing attacks with this, you can go dash forward heavy, feint, letting it go, ending with a finisher, letting it go, going to these mix-ups, letting it go, canceling opposite side, canceling your bash, which we'll get into in a little bit on canceling bashes. But yeah, these are all the chain starters and all the combinations you can use for light attacks, heavy attacks, zone attacks, and dashing attacks. You can implement all these together in each other to make these really cool, neat combinations. Now, with the bashing attacks, you know, you have your charge ones, or you can have your light ones. The light ones go into these combinations with the heavy feints. But with the charge ones, you can go into all those attacks like I said before. So you have your charge punch to zone attack. As you can see, you can wait quite a bit of time on the charge punch to throw out your chain starters. So go charge punch, and then use all the zones I showed you earlier to go in the combinations. You have your charge punch to a dashboard heavy that you can do. Charge punch to your light starters. And a charge punch to your heavy starters, which I use quite a bit because a lot of people like to dash this and go right into your heavy. And then go right into your chain starters and combinations. And don't be afraid to let him go sometime. Okay, but to close up the move set and tutorial on this, we'll show the last sequence, which would be the wall splat and into the bitch slap. So classical throw a top heavy. Okay, so go right into this, up against the wall, straight into the bitch slap. Now from here you can do light, which nothing's confirmed after that. After the slap, you have nothing that's confirmed. You just have different mix-up potentials you can do. So go ahead and back to your top attack. Okay, from here you can do your light attack starter in any direction. Go right back into your sequence. Alright, do it again. You can do your heavy starters. You can do your heavy chains from there. Okay, one more time. And what a lot of people do is they'll start with the zone attack, because it's the fastest one, and you can go into your combinations from there. So, the one I do not see hardly anyone use is your dashing attack. So throw another one. So as this is in play, going right into your dashing attacks, going for a dashboard heavy into combinations, going to a dashboard heavy, guard breaking, throwing them to the wall that they're already at, landing a confirmed top heavy because top heavy is the max punish, and then going into combinations off that top heavy. Okay, now put yourself out of stamina. I'm going to turn my stamina back on to show everybody. Alright, so I'm going to put myself low on stamina, and he's going to throw an attack. Damn it. Wait a second. Alright, put myself low on stamina, he's going to throw an attack. I'm going to show y'all. Go ahead. Watch my stamina. Immediately goes back, and can start right on chains again. And right back into mix-ups. So, going for that move does the 20 bleed damage that you would have gotten from the wall splat, plus you get your stamina back. So, it is something to do if you know they're out of stam throwing a like a heavy or so. But the max punish you can do for this when they're out of stam and they throw an attack, you want to throw it? Going straight into zone attack to top heavy. That is the max punish. Now, if you wanted to do a combination from this, go and throw an attack. And just back over here. We're not up against the wall. Go ahead and throw an attack. You can go heavy, light. The punch is not confirmed, but it leads to mix-up potential. So, say your opponent is almost dead, but you know that your zone attack to top heavy won't kill them, and you need something just a little bit more to put some damage on them. You might want to go with this reverse way of going heavy, light. It does less damage, but at least some more potential mix-ups to do more damage. So, throw now same attack in. Heavy, light, punch, mixing up, going right back into all the combinations you saw before. Okay, put your health on, so your health you actually take damage from health. And throw now same attack. So zone, top heavy. As you saw how much it took. Damage wise, it took about 2 bars and a quarter. since that last bar ain't full, I'd say about 2 full bars. Would you say, Classical?
About.
Yeah, just about 2 full bars. But now throw a, we'll turn your health back on to max, and then put it back on to damage again. Okay, now throw out some heavy. Alright, go. Top heavy, light, punch, going straight into mix-ups to potentially do more damage. As you saw, a lot more damage is dealt at that time. So that is something to think about when you're going for damage. And let's see what else is there. Okay. Now, probably another something I want to cover is probably this running attack. So the running attack can lead to all the chain starters, as I said before. So you can use your running attack to go right into any of the starters. You can throw it with the light starters, the heavy starters, and you can throw it with the zone, but you have to wait a second. There's like a slight delay in between there, but you can still use it to get into any of those starters. Shoot, you could even use it to go straight into your dashing attacks. You can do running attack, right into the heavy, into all those mix-ups. But yeah, that will pretty much conclude the basis of this mix-up chain and combos tutorial. I will be posting a lot more videos throughout the week of individual matchups, like Warmonger and Lawbringer. Just how to counter the specific moveset of Lawbringer using the Warmonger. I'll be posting a video for each individual character, so if you're having trouble with Warmonger versus, say, Aramusha, Warmonger versus Kensei, I will show you how to face each individual character using these mix-ups, and when to use them, when to implement them, and how to counter each said character. So I'll be covering every character on the roster. Those videos will be posted through the next couple weeks, probably, because there's quite a few characters, but let's see. But anyway, I've just started the Avengers series, so if y'all would be so kind to check out my other content besides For Honor, mean a lot. But anyway, thank you, Classical Cross, for being with me on this.
You are welcome.
Hope to see you back on the
Filthy spammer.
Filthy spammer, dirty slut. But hope to see you back on the individual heroes tutorial, especially with Lawbro. But anyway, thank you all for joining me in Classical. As always, you have no skill, and stay dangerous. Peace out. Option select. Mata Miku Miku.